Attorney General Eric Holder speaking to the Anti-Defamation League yesterday, offering a brief condemnation of the Boston terror attacks, and most of his speech warning against any retaliation on Muslims.
Our investigation into this matter remains ongoing, and I want to assure you and all Americans that my colleagues and I are determined to hold accountable, to the fullest extent of the law, all of those who were responsible for this attack. But I also want to make clear that just as we will pursue relentlessly anyone who would target our people or attempt to terrorize our cities, the Justice Department is firmly committed to protecting innocent people against misguided acts of retaliation. Now, as Americans, we must not allow any group to be stigmatized or to be alienated. We must not tolerate acts of hatred, and we must reaffirm every day through our actions as well as our approach that justice and public safety are not in tension. They rely upon one another. Let us also resolve once more to help our fellow citizens to meet fear with reason. This is how we will honor the victims of the Boston Marathon bombings. Let us strive to confront ignorance with information. This is how we will strengthen the American family. And let us promote understanding, encourage open dialogue, and divert suspicious or prejudiced gazes with outstretched hands.
Michelle Malkin is a columnist and a Fox News contributor, so I have the relevant excerpt of the speech in front of me. This is the part where he condemned what happened in Boston and said that they're going to go after the attackers. And this, all the rest of it, is devoted to how he's not going to stand for retaliation against Muslims.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Michelle?
Well, I wholeheartedly agree with the soundbite you played before the break of Mark Levin just expressing not only disgust but befuddlement at the warped priorities, not only of Eric Holder, but this entire administration. And in the soundbite that you just played, you saw how quickly the butt came after his supposedly resolved statement about going after those who were responsible for those heinous jihadi crimes in Boston. We've seen this behavior from Eric Holder before, the pandering to the politically correct grievance mob. I went back and I had noted these same kind of speeches after the jihadi attack in Little Rock, Arkansas, that people have forgotten about in 2009. What is the first instinct of the Justice Department after that event? No, not to name jihad, Islamic jihad, as the enemy and threat to public safety in America, but no. He talked about these phantom threats of hate crime epidemics that have never happened. He did the same thing after the Fort Hood attack, which of course they still treat explicitly as quote-unquote workplace violence, and now this. It really, of course, goes against the whole idea after the Boston Marathon bombings that they paid lip service to, of telling people to say something if they see something. You know, that's the big lie, of course, of so much of the progressive left, is they don't want you to say anything about these Islamic jihadi threats, if it even can be remotely construed as a quote-unquote hate crime or Islamophobic or racist or whatever.
Well, no one wants to see any retribution against Muslims, but as far as I can tell, Michelle, that hasn't been some dominant theme of the past 2 weeks since the Boston Marathon bombers. Of course, you're going to have some talk on some far crazy websites of that kind of thing, but if there was some epidemic of retaliation against Muslims in the wake of what we saw 2 weeks ago, okay. But there hasn't been. And so Levin's point was he seems to be drawing some moral equivalence between terrorist attacks on our country and ignorance when it comes to Muslims. I mean, and yet there's cold hard evidence of one and very little of the other, at least in reaction to the Boston Marathon bombings.
Exactly on point, Megan. And I said this after 9/11 too. And of course, you really see hatred when you point out inconvenient truths. The fact is that many of these grievance groups, whether it's CARE or the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, a lot of these groups, of course, that are very tight with the Justice Department, have claimed that there is this climate of intolerance towards Muslims, and they're always rushing to find, with their microscopes and magnifying glasses, some sort of evidence of systemic discrimination against Muslims, when in fact this administration should be praising America for showing the kind of fair-mindedness and restraint in response to these terrorist attacks that you never see from the jihadis or the jihadi apologists themselves.
Yeah, there was nothing mentioned about jihadis or radical Islam by Eric Holder, but there was a lot of talk about ignorance and hate by regular Americans that he's ready to stop if it happens. Michelle Malkin, thank you.